Okay, I thought we'd have a quick look at the IC2945B. Now, I've had one of these before. I've had two before, actually. This is my third one. And thought we'd just set up a little Baofeng. This is the, not the latest, oh, it might be the latest Baofeng, I don't know. They've been out for a while anyway. Anyway, one that we had sitting around the box, and I thought I'll just pull out. I've obviously got the Quanchings and a few of those lying around that I just didn't have on charged. And then this one was charged, and I I had it out here, and it only had about one light left on it. Anyway, I thought I'll grab the charger. We'll use the Baofeng really just to have a bit of a look at injecting a signal off the IFR2945B. And a lot of people find them a bit complex in their memory, but once you get used to it, trust me, actually it's quite sensible how they do it. And as you can see, we're in the RFGen screen at the moment, so RX test. And so basically from here we can put a frequency in. Now in this case we've got, we'll put in again, but 439 point, just hit megahertz, bang. Then we've got our 439 over here. Now on the level, what people get confused is they try to run the level off the left hand side, but no. Come over to the right and basically run your level from there. You'll see straight away, and always follow your cursor. The cursor will tell you where you're going, and you can punch that in. But as you can see here, now I'm set at microvolts. You've got choices of oops, get in there. There we go. Sorry, of sorry, dBm. So minus 123, which equals about 0.148 microvolts. I'm a bit of a microvolt guy, but I can use either. dBm or you know, is fine. You'll often hear me talk about 0.5 a microvolt, noise free, etc., etc. Well, that's, you know, really obviously starting to show you that. A bit noisy at that. Hang on, just bring that back a bit. But you know, we're basically 0.148. And what did we say? That was minus 123 dBm. I mean, that's great. You know, it's a very good receiver. And actually, it's just on the verge of some noise there. If we go back, let's see where it cuts out the squelch. Yeah, minus one. Yeah, not far off that actually. Here's the hysteresis. 122 through to 123, 124, and you watch. You see that S meter still there, out at 125, which is going to equate to microvolts. 0.123 microvolts that we're losing it. Just still hearing it breaking the squelch there, but yeah, that's our squelch level. I'd say if we were to drop the squelch on that, we'd still hear that. Just be a little bit noisier, but yeah, I mean, as you can see, this is a great bit of testing equipment. When you've got to test a receiver on handheld, handheld or portable radio, yeah, it's easy just to hook a lead up to one of these things. Obviously, this will take 150 watts input down here, so you can run. Let me just get rid of that. Turn that volume down. You can obviously run 150 watts into these things. Don't do it for long lengths of time because you will pay the price for sure. But so that's a really simple test that you can run on a receiver and just make sure that you're actually working. So we'll just we'll go back. We're still on our level control, as you can see just there, and let's just put a bit of signal in there. And I'll turn that up a bit so you can actually hear it. So we'll go from noisy, noisy, and I'm just slowly rotating through. I'm up to about 0.5 a microvolt right there. So there's our industry standard that we like, and that's definitely noise free at 0.5. So you know, that's really nice. And as you see, now the meter's not going to show you this, but as you can hear, see how the signal just got really, we are overloading it with massive signal there. Anyway, and as you can see, we can just wind that up and down with the 2945B, and we can test it right down to nothing and back up again. And there we go. Alright, so that's how the receiver works, and what we can do is go to TX test, but we've left the generator on, so we turn the generator off. So the when you go into TX test, you'll see that you've got an ability to turn that generator on and off. Now this is handy when you're in the TX testing area. if you're unsure of your receiver, you think, oh, something changed, you can very quickly just test and say that it's still receiving. So whatever I've been playing around in the transmitter, I haven't affected my receiver alignments, etc., just by hitting one button. So that I like, I really do. So then we've got, now I should have enough charge in this now, hopefully, to just do a couple little tests while I'm sort of standing up with this thing. Okay, so we've got about 3.14 watts in that. 3.17, 12. You'll find often the audio that you pick up off these handhelds, some need a little hole drilled out in here. Sometimes you'll find your settings on the actual transmitter test setup, you've got to play with a bit. Often, you might be listening at a much more expanded width at an FM level, so do check that. I'm just having a bit of a listen here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, volume. Yeah, volume's up. Yeah, so with this here, we look at a few things and start having a look at just exactly where we're set up at, and where is our... Hang on, let me just work something out here. Okay, just having a quick play, and I think this is one of these handhelds where we're going to need to drill this out a little bit, because we've got a filtering set up right, and etc, etc. But what you'll notice is when I try to talk and yell into this little hole here, watch the deviation level. Let's have a look here. 1, 2, 1, 2, hollow, 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 1, 2, hollow, 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 hollow. Lucky to hit 3 kilohertz, and straight away, we know that, all right, this little fella is possibly not doing exactly what we want. Now, what I've done, I've got to be a little bit clever here. We're going to be off-air monitoring this. Oh, actually, you know what? I can connect this up in a second, but no, we will. It might be better. But to give you an idea, just the difference between these transceivers: 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hang on, I'm not going to see that, are you? I'm going to need to get. I've just got to get a bit of charge into this one. Anyway, as you can see, these things come out standard with some audio issues that probably need to be addressed. And don't get me wrong, I haven't had a chance to look at this yet. It may just be internally, as far as in the menu, that you can just raise the deviation level up. Whereas this one here, as you can see, we've actually done the, you won't see it now, but if I just turn that off and on, you'll see we've done the Exuma. Yeah, the Exuma 0.21, version 0.21, here, low battery, fair enough. And yeah, well, that really shouldn't say 477-400. Receive only, guys. Anyway, anyway, what we'll do is, oh, Sam's come home. Hello, Sam. What's she doing? She's chasing one of the horses under the. Yeah, I get it. Anyway, but you can see straight away once we get a bit of charge in this. Actually, I'll just hook up this lead here, and you'll see the deviation immediately. Okay, so I can't quite reach. I've got this set up really badly, unless this has got enough charge in it, which I don't. 6% might be enough. All right, let's pull it off the charger for a second. Might be able to pull it closer to myself. Let's have a look here. So we're on 439.000. Let's watch that deviation level. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hang about. Okay, I've got to be honest, Sam came in and she actually gave me some lunch, so I took a break. So I'm not sure where I got to on this video, but it's okay. I think we were basically talking about the difference between the some of the audio issues, and I think from memory we didn't quite get to the test, but yeah, there's quite a bit of audio comes off this here that you can register up to 5 kilohertz deviation, which is good. Then you've got the, I suppose I was just going to go on to quickly the look and listen, which is kind of a handy one. You've still got a, it can do searches and lots of things, but as you can see, it can see it there. Now we have a level button here that we might need to bring down a bit, and I bring it up a bit. That was clever. Let's just have a look here. Right, that's better. So we're just basically feeding a signal in, and yeah, finding that no props at 439 megs easily, and still on charge here. But yeah, look, lovely little bit of equipment, and lots of little different features that you can actually set up a look and listen span, like actually put it on an antenna and seriously, you know, I've just got this little thing here and span different areas. You can actually set up your span, so if you want to search different areas, this is going to search 10 megs here, but you can obviously change that span into larger, as we're seeing here. And basically, you know, now we're just spanning a 20 meg area. I think from memory, 99 is it? Oops. Yeah, I think 99 megs. I don't think it went any. I think you can scan basically 99 megs. So when you look and listen, you're scanning the whole. Yeah, no, it didn't like that. Actually, maybe too much for it. But I'll have to read the manual for that, just of what they can actually span when they're doing that look and listen. But obviously, we can set up here if we're looking at the same handheld. We can have a look at it, you know, at a 1 meg level there, and gives us a bit of an idea just exactly what we're looking at. Also gives us an idea of any harmonics, etc. We probably, that's where that span would be better to pull that out to a little bit larger if you wanted to check like a broad spectrum, and you can certainly do that. I'm just trying to remember how. Pretty sure it's in that span. But look, what a lovely bit of gear, honestly. And I've not been on one of these for a little while, to be honest, so I'll be learning myself as I'm going through. But they really are, actually, one of the things I like, they do actually have a help menu, and you can go through. Actually, one of the things that's handy to check when you first get one of these in is to have a little look there. And now, that's just done a self-test earlier. Now, I think it'll still do another one. Hang on. Oh yeah, there we go. So it's just actively doing a test. So it's going through and testing so many different parameters that if you get a fail on any of these, be scared, very scared, because that can be a bit of an issue. There we go, all passes, so that's got to be good. Obviously the calibrate and the diagnostics are locked at the moment, so you don't make any mistakes. This has been calibrated, and it's a great little unit. You know, just all different settings. Now options, I don't think this has got any options. Now keep in mind, let's have a look here. Oh yes, it does, sorry. It's got the 600 ohm audio interface, analog systems card, GPIB interface, memory card, real-time clock, internal battery. But a lot of these had digital modules for them. Hang on, get out of that. And which we don't use these days, of course. What's the card setup? No card present. That makes that one easy, doesn't it? But yeah, look, nice little unit. And obviously, as we were going through TX test, which we've sort of been just doing a bit with this handheld on the side here and having a look at what it can do, and that's just showing power output there. Battery's charging a bit on that finally. Yeah, I sort of mucked up a bit with having this one with a battery that was dying, and have to look at these and see, this is where this monitor is going to be so handy. We can find the audio fault on this and really monitor it real time, and you know, and then compare it to this one here. Receiver test, where we showed that you can just chuck in a bit of a few microvolts and see if you're getting any receive. Duplex testing, which I doubt we'll use much of here, but yeah, handy. Okay, so this is if you've got PMR, if you've got MPT 1327, these sort of things. The Spec An, which we looked at before, which is, you know, quite a nice little Spec An. That I must look at a little more myself. I must be honest. Even with the last ones I've had, we didn't do much with the Spec Ans because I had an Anritsu Spec An I was using for everything. So this is something I'm going to learn a little bit about, and you know, just have a bit of a. Oh, I see. Yep. Right, got it. So I'm just learning as I go here myself as I'm having a quick play, but and as you can see, that's doing a scan there. Oh, there we go, of 99 megs. Right. Okay. So if I was to transmit now, I'm just transmitting as I'm going, and we'll have to catch it on the next one to actually get that. But I won't bother doing that because all it's going to do is going to spike here. But you know, let's say it was to have a whole lot of spurious emissions, and this is where, you know, obviously I like my Anritsu a little better for very quick live things to do. The look and listen, I've just got to learn a bit more about myself actually, so stand by for that. But apart from that, everything on this side here, It's just all adjustments, frequency input, etc., etc. They're pretty simple. If you can dial in a frequency, and by the way, you don't have to necessarily dial in frequencies. You can have it on auto finding frequencies. So that's certainly another way to do where you can auto tune here. Sorry, there's a little auto tune button there, and it will see if it agrees with me. There we go. See, it's just found it 439 at 3 watts. There you go. Yeah. So look, that's probably one of the features that is probably a little better than some of my older Motorola's and things. Even though I love my older Motorola's, this is a nice feature to be able to, if you've got an unknown, let's say the display was dead on that, but it was transmitting and receiving, but you didn't know where, bang, you can just chuck it in here, auto tune it, and say, right, okay, where are we? Anyway, look, huge thank you to Andrew for sending this down to us. The case it came in, let me just show you that. Now, this is the box it came in, and that'll probably get you worried, but no, don't be worried. Have a look at this. Check this out. This is a professional test equipment carry case. Absolutely wonderful, just terrific. And there was no way, look at the foam up there too, there was no way this thing was going to have a problem heading down with pack and send. It really is a incredibly durable box, and I just remember how to, that's right, you got to wind these out, don't you, to get them back on, then you wind them back. Yeah, so there you go. Okay, for those that are saying it seems like a very heavy item to be lifting around, it's actually not. I'd say, I haven't actually looked up the weight on these, but I would say 12 kilos, maybe 14 kilos, I'm guessing. It's not like lugging a Motorola around, so that's sort of got the advantages, but obviously it'd be nice if you didn't have to lug it around, put on a nice bench and use it. Alright, that's the IFR2945B, great little unit, and sorry we got interrupted. I know we got halfway through a test on this thing, and I think we did miss a little bit, but anyway, you get the idea. Great little test set for doing quick tests. 73s from VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangambalanga. Beautiful day out there, tell you what, lovely, shouldn't be in here. And there's all our new patio stuff about to go up. It's all happening here, it's never boring. Cheers guys, all the best.